All right, here we go. Game number 1 of a fresh series. Spawning up at the top left for Basilisk, it is Serral. In the red. And his opponent starting things off with a bang. It is Cure. In the blue. Oh, this is an interesting spot for the proxy racks. Okay, is this going to be proxy 2 or proxy 3 racks? Oh, it's going to be proxy 2 racks Reaper. All right, all right. This is a pretty good map for it. Huge main base. Good close position here on this. Now, if this were an extractor trick hatch first, this would be very good for Serral. But this is not so bad. Not so bad for Cure. Now, this is going to be really interesting to see what this can get done. And how many Reapers Cure commits to. Serral, by the way, look at this. He's looking everywhere on the map. But he does not see this. And once again, this is a big main base. Big main base. Lot of room for Reapers to maneuver around off creep. I do like the start. Of course, a best of 7 is a completely different playground than even a best of 5, which is already so different from a best of 3. We are going to see, oh, the first Reaper getting in here does get the kill on one of those drones. Serral, his idiot drones, not able to save this. We're going to see 2 drones already going down. A third one getting very low here. And the queen is very late. Good Spore Crawler mode from Serral. This is already a lot of damage. Already a lot of damage. We could see another drone going down. Yes, we will. Serral. Oh, not quite able to get the surround. Good job from Cure so far. Ooh, queen. Gonna get corralled by the grenade. All the lings going down. Serral not having an easy time. Good grenade again. Now the spine crawler will pop out. It's instantly unburrowed and will provide a nice haven of safety for Serral. But because of the size of this main base, it does not shut down everything. Cure can still... Oh, I like this. He goes into a little line. Ooh, a snipe on that cream tumor would be huge. Grenade gonna be good, and the cream tumor goes down. This is big damage already coming in from Cure. Oh, he's got to move forward. The queen is off creep. Will dodge the grenade. Nice micro on these Reapers. Good transfuse there from Serral. Serral barely able to keep that alive. If Cure could have knocked that queen off creep, he might have actually snowballed the game to a victory straight up. As it is, he's got enough to one-shot lings, one-shot drones. Oh, he doesn't know that there's drones hiding in the corner. More Reapers being added on. We do have a command center on the high ground. I think in a situation like this, you maybe want to keep the advantage and go low ground CC, but I don't blame him not doing that. We are going to see the barracks have not yet been found. Cure does get home with the Reapers. This one Reaper. Oh, can it sneak in? Hellions being produced right here from Cure. Serral's drone count is in the pits. It is in the dumps right now. He is in a really rough position. Cure has not yet lost anything. Cure really starting off strong here. Serral will get a good scout into the main base. He's going to see the command center. He's going to see the starport done. He's going to see its reactor to Hellions. That will let him know that he needs to get off the map. Oh, that barracks is actually so nice for Cure. Lets him know that there were lings kind of waiting at the top of the ramp. Serral building more lings right now. He's just going to all in. He knows he's too far behind. Or is it... I don't think you can drone out of this now. At the very least, you have to catch these units. Maybe he's hoping that Cure is going to go to the low ground and then he'll have enough lings to defend while he counterattacks and gets a bunch of damage done. This barracks from Cure, though, gets an excellent scout. And behind this, Fusion core. It's going to be cattle bruisers. Ooh, going after the spine crawler is bold. Lings are moving around the map. Spine crawler will get taken down. Cure only losing, I think, one Reaper. Oh, and the barracks providing high ground vision will take down both of the queens. Lings coming in from the back. Will be able to get in on top of this. And I think this will be a cleanup from Serral, but he is only now just caught up in workers. This is a cleanup that was necessary. Not on its own good. And can Serral even deal with the BCs? He lost 2 queens. I don't think so. I think this BC is going to teleport across the map, and I think it's going to be GG. Cure coming in with the strats in game number 1. There's been one thing that I've been critical of for Cure, and that is his predictability. And he has come in with some very unpredictable play. Oh, and meanwhile, Ling's on the other side of the map getting cleaned up as well, trying to run by. Yeah, I think this BC might just be GG. There's no transfuse available. Spore Crawler's not done. Cure, if he just targets down drones, he is going to do so much damage. Oh, he is going to go after the queens. Ooh, one of them will go down. The other 3 trying to get to the safety of the Spore. Relative safety. Oh, he could have gotten that. But instead, he's going to go for the natural where there are no queens. Cure, this is the time to go commit. He is going to grab one more queen. Another one getting very low on HP, but will get pulled back. Good micro from Serral. Just breaking the lock-on, or I guess the leash range of that BC. Serral survives for the moment, but it is survival in asterisks, with an asterisk. This is a really brutal situation for Serral. Actually, does he even have enough Lings to deal with the Hellions? Not anymore. Oh, man. Cure. Oh, nice wraparound from Serral. Best possible fight he could take. Very good fight against these Hellions, but they're still going to win out against the Lings. 3 drones. That was so well done from Serral. Magnificent micro. Oh, BC teleports in. There is no Yamato. It's just these 2 BCs. One of them does have the teleport available, the low HP one, of course. That's the one that's been fighting. Ooh, drones in the main base. 2 more of them going down. We're probably going to see the spawning pool getting taken down here. Will Serral transfuse? Yes, he will. We'll be able to keep it alive. Good job. Good job from Serral. Gets in position with the queens. Serral is in such a brutal position. This would be one of the better comebacks of his career if he's able to come back in this one. Cure getting into... Oh, he's going for the 8 racks behind this. Look at this. He's got 4 barracks in production. For a moment, he had 5. All 8 barracks coming up. We do have a spawning pool being rebuilt here from Serral. There is a layer done, so we can get into main speed. Ooh, 1 queen does go down. A little bit of a miss on the transfuse. Of course, there's a lot happening right now. Serral is really in trub. He is in some huge trouble. Armory started up very early from Cure. So this is not going to be the 1-1 all-in, or if it is, it's going to be like an audible call on that. Maru has done a few 1-1 all-ins. In fact, he tried to do it versus Serral yesterday, and it did not work out. This is going to be the Marauder play, though, it looks like. Actually, hang on. This is going to be... If he builds a tech lab here, this is going to be so many tech labs. He's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tech labs. So few. This is mass Marauder. Oh my god. Good job from Serral to respread the creep here. Cure gonna have to re-clear it. We do have the BCs in the main base looking for some more value. Banelings are trying to morph on in. Serral doesn't have enough to defend this just yet. Queens are coming on out. Hellbats are going to be, well, they're going to be tricky, but it looks like the queens are enough to push this back. Cure, even though he had 1-1, he didn't want to stick around against the Banelings, it seems. Cure, the thing is, Cure is still in such a good position. Oh, looks like he maybe canceled the tech lab there. God, 5 tech labs is so many Marauders. Just a ridiculous number of Marauders here. No 2-2 starting up from Cure, even though he's got a significant amount of gas. The BCs, by the way, are still staying alive, and they're still being a huge problem. Oh, man, I said earlier, Cure needed to just commit a little bit harder, and he hasn't done it. He has not done it. I don't think he's lost the lead by any stretch. This is still such a difficult scenario, but he's giving Serral chances. Oh, Battlecruiser does pick off a queen. Meanwhile, Lingbane moving on forward into the army. The Hellbats do get cleaned up, but they do a good job tanking at the beginning. Serral won't have enough to clean this up, and Cure will take game number 1. Very well done. And he pulls ahead in these grand finals. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top right. It is Cure. In the blue. And his opponent. Spawning down in the bottom left. It is Basilisk Serral. In the red. Cure. That was a great build order choice in game number 1. Setting the tone. Knocking Serral off balance and never really losing control of the game. Serral, for his part, look at this. He's going to go for a fast gas. This is going to be Ling speed. Speedling expand. And he is going up against a command center first. As far as build orders are concerned, this is a very good one for the Terran. Unless, of course, Serral elects to actually go for like a very aggressive all-in, which could be scary. I mean, Altitude is a very long map. It is a very big map. There is always potential that if Serral sees this early enough, he could go for something cheeky, something sneaky. Will be a double gas from Cure, so it's likely going to be very quick reactor Hellions behind this. Serral taking, well, it takes 2 drones off gas. Only 1 still mining. That does technically still allow you to throw down a Baneling Nest later, since you are going to be mining a little bit more gas, but I don't think we're going to see that. That's not really Serral's MO. That's something that like a Dark or a Ragnarok or even a Solar will do. But even then, that's usually going to be against like the 2 Rax Reaper play. That's not going to be against a command center first, I don't think. Now, you can do some damage with quick Ling speed against a command center first. If your opponent is caught on the low ground with a few SCVs and you have like 8 Lings out, you can get some work done. But it looks like Serral is not going to add on more Lings. He probably would have by now if he were going to. Still, 4 Lings with Ling speed. How many SCVs are going to be on the low ground? Probably going to be 2, maybe 3. Depends on rallies. Okay, yeah, he is going to rally this one to the low ground. It's being disrupted a bunch by his own movement. Serral, now is the time to go. I mean, if you get 3 SCVs with 4 Lings, that is amazing. Oh, nice stutter step. Body blocking that 1 SCV. Serral with a nice little split. We'll get 2 SCVs. This has made the build worth it for Serral. 100%. 100%. He gets out with all of the Lings as well. Yeah, this is an extremely value play for a very small commitment. Now, Cure did still go command center first. We got to mention that. Oh, and it's going to be Marauders. Okay. This is going to be a Marauder Hellbat play, almost certainly. It'll be Viking to clear out Overlords. And the Overlord of Serral is not going to be able to get in here. I like this very much from Cure. This is going to be quite difficult to deal with. Despite what Artosis says, Marauder Hellbat is a potent and powerful push. PPP. Serral will be up to 6 queens at least by the time this forms up. Oh, hang on, hang on. Wait. Wait. Oh, no, he just built a safety Marauder. Never mind. Ah, well, here I am ranting and raving about Marauder Hellbat, and he doesn't even go for it. Ah. Nyah. Foiling my plan, Cure. He is going to be going into 2-base Banshee. Serral, I mean, he really likes getting good scouting information. He has not been able to get much. He has been denied by Cure here. Did the 3rd command center get scouted there? No. Hellions got the cleanup. Good job from Cure. Really working to deny these scouts as much as possible. Viking will look for Overlord number 2, but should get protected by the Queens. Good job. Good job from Serral. Serral is going to need spores, and he is building 1. Did he see the Banshee?
Our forces are under attack.
Where is the Banshee? What was that in the... Oh, that was the Viking. Okay. Where is the Banshee? Okay, it's on the right side. Serral only has the 1 spore. You don't want to just build a bunch of spores. It's not the ideal situation. We're going to see mech out of Cure. Cure going to be adding on hyperflight rotors, double armory, and 2 more factories. Okay. Altitude. It's a big map. This might be the map for mech. And Cure always goes bio. Always goes bio, so Serral is not going to be expecting this. This is not like Gumiho, where, you know, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is just what he does pretty frequently. This is going to be really interesting to see how this goes. Spore Crawler will finish up at the 3rd base just in time. But Banshee's coming in on the right. It will be Battle Mech to start things off. I think he's going to be able to get the cancel on this base. It's going to be really close. Overseer is completing, but Serral just going to give it up. That's quite nice for Cure. Really nice for Cure, actually. That hatchery was pretty far along. Oh, Hellbats. Uh-oh. Got to spread the bait against the Banes. Ooh, we'll be able to do a decent job of it. Serral, though, does get the cleanup. How did that go? Was that better? I think that was good enough for Serral. I think the battle report is lying. Yeah, because it's using the Overseer. It's not taking into account the Banes. And, of course, that was quite a few Banes. Still, good job from Serral. He defends. Serral behind this has now recognized that it is mech. He has gotten the scout, sees all these factories. We don't have Megfield Accelerator or Blue Flame coming in just yet. There we go. There's the Blue Flame now. But it's going to be a focus on these... And there's the Megfield Accelerator. Nice. It is going to be a focus on these Banshees. 2nd Spore Crawler in the main base is not yet done. And Banshees will be able to find 1 Queen. They are going to get the kill on this Spore. It only gets 2 shots before it gets taken down. This is already a nuisance. Oh, these Banshees finding some really good value to start. 7 drones going down. This is nasty already. Oh, but... Oh, Serral gets 1 Banshee. Almost gets another. Barely escapes on out with that 2nd Banshee. Behind this, Spire and Infestation Pit coming on in from Serral. First Battle Mech Squadron. Moving forward on the right side. Doesn't have the critical upgrades yet. Doesn't have that Blue Flame. Does not have the Megfield Accelerator. But we'll be able to start clearing up a little bit of creep. Serral is down significantly in supply. Now, granted, this mech army is a little bit supply inefficient, especially the Cyclones. Well, actually, not even supply inefficient. It's more like build time inefficient. Obviously, Banelings are very supply efficient. Ooh, Serral does not want to take this fight. This is looking pretty good for Cure, I gotta say. But Serral is able to... He's able to do enough to discourage a follow-through. He's able to show enough units that Cure didn't want to keep pushing. Serral will respread creep as well, which is quite nice. Ooh, Banshee's going to come in on at the 5th base. We'll be able to grab some more drones. Cure is really getting some good work done with these speed Banshees, and he once again takes the same route he did earlier on. Finds another few drones in the main base. This is looking tough already for Serral. He's actually going to lose one of the gases here. He loses the base. The 5th base gets taken down. This is looking really tough for Serral right now. Cure is rocking it so far. Oh, man. Cure looking so good here. That is so many Megfield Accelerator Cyclones and Hellions. And they've got their 1-1. 2-2 is halfway done. We've got Thors coming out from Cure. He knows about the Hive. He knows Greater Spire is potential. There is potential for Greater Spire, I should say. Ooh, lane counterattack going to come on in. There is enough to defend against it. This is looking really rough for Serral. His economy has been stunted. Cure, it is worthwhile saying that he only just now gets his 4th base up and running. But Mech is a tough army composition to go up against when you're behind. Now, he's got Neural Parasite coming online right now and a bunch of Infestors, 7 Infestors ready with Neural. Oh, you got to be careful with those Infestors, though. Serral, oh, we'll have one Ling getting crushed to death there. Ooh, scan. Doesn't reveal the Infestors here. Cure, got to be careful. There's the scan. Neural Parasite grabs a Cyclone. Oh, and look at that. He locks onto his opponent's Cyclone, but Cure with the counter lock on with 2 Cyclones. Oh, man, that is a lot of Infestors right here. A lot of Infestors. Nice Fungal Growth will grab some of the Hellions. This looks... There's a lot of potential with this army from Serral. That is so many Infestors. 13 Infestors. Just going mass Infestor right there. And the Neural Parasite on Thors is going to be really difficult to deal with. So Cure, I think we need to wait for tanks before we go for a follow-through push. He's only got 1 with... No, 3. 3 with the army. They're like disguised in the army. Double attack upgrades coming online for Serral. Level 2. Ooh, this is a big spread on the army. And there are 3 tanks here that are all sieged up. And this is 2-2 mech. You do not want to mess about with that. Meanwhile, Banshee's coming in on the left. Oh, Cure. Okay, we'll pull them back. Spore Crawler not yet done, so there was not detection. Cure is really in the driver's seat of this game. Serral adding on the double +3 attack upgrades. Cure once again exploiting this little opening in the main base of altitude. He has killed so many drones with these Banshees. 31 drones now have gone down. And they once again get out. Serral, this is looking really scary for him. It is worth noting that there's still no 5th base from Cure. But Cure setting up in a really nice aggressive position. Utilizing this position very well. And I love the missile turret to deal with the burrow move Infestors. The potential of them. Oh, Cure moving pretty far forward, but Serral doesn't want to take the fight. Nice Neural Parasites. But Siege Tanks, I think... Actually, he didn't even need the Siege Tanks. Takes down those Infestors, and the Cyclones survive. This is looking so ridiculously good for Cure right now. Oh, nice burrowed Lings here. Oh, we are going to see the Blinding Clouds trying to come on in. Do knock down a couple of tanks. Huge Neural Parasites on the Thors and Siege Tanks. This is such a good engagement for Serral. And just like that, he deletes the mech army. He says, your army are now belong to us. The Neural Parasites, massive from Serral. And he just got a huge cleanup. Oh, Serral. Absolutely crushing it. God, the game looked so rough for him. And now it looks so good for him. Meanwhile, SCV starting to go down. We've got the little distraction Lings. Banshees do get back into the main base. They're going to be able to find a little bit of value. Serral, nice target fire on the one Banshee. does take it down. All of a sudden, the supplies have massively dropped for Cure. You need ghosts against this number of infestors. And I guess against Serral, you need the ghosts. Or maybe you carpet bomb the infestors with the with Blue Flame Hellbats, the way that Gumiho did. Oh, that's going to be quite a few SCVs going down here. Serral catching Cure out of position. Oh my god, Serral is just so good. He is just so damn good. And the Burrowed Ling gonna block the other 5th base attempt. Cure now down to 57 SCVs. God, that engagement was just glorious from Serral. The Blinding Clouds, the Neural Parasites. Oh my god. And the fact that he knurled the units that he hadn't Blinding Clouded. I know it seems like a simple concept, but executing it against such a terrifying mech army is such a different story. There are 6 Vikings on the field. 8 Broodlords coming in from Serral. We have Cure with the constant scans. The thing is, Serral actually has enough infestors that he could either Fungal Growth, Corrosive Bile the Vikings, or he could potentially Neural Parasite half of them. 3 or 4 of the Vikings just knurl them and then turn them on the army. That is a lot of siege tanks right here. This army is 23 siege tanks. The only anti-air is 6 Vikings. Oh, and now the scan comes in, and he is maxed out. Ooh, nice job from Cure. Or from Serral, I should say. Snipes down those Banshees. Finally takes them out. Thing is, Cure needs supply. Ooh. Oh, the Burrowed Ling is going to spot this army trying to be sneaky. Oh my god, that Burrowed Ling is MVP. Every time that you go up against Broodlords, the answer is oftentimes if you got a big immobile mech army. Oh, hang on. The Vikings are going to jump this. Broodlords maybe should have just gone to the right. Nice transfuses here. Ooh, Ravagers jumping on this army on the right side. He realizes he's able to take care of it with the tanks unsieged. Meanwhile, oh, Neural Parasite could be big here. Oh, he's got to burrow the infestors. Oh, he didn't have them all burrowed, but the Broodlords are getting back in position. Ravagers trying to deal with the counterattacks. This is so well done from Serral, I gotta say. Corrosive Biles will take down the tanks. That's going to be this right side army getting cleaned up entirely. Meanwhile, the left side army, Fungal Growth. Oh, the Fungal on the Vikings. 1 Fungal, 2 Fungal, 3 Fungal more. It is time for Cure to find the door. Oh my god, Serral doing so much work in this game number 2. God damn, Serral. Every time I think he's in a rough position, or I think that he's down and out even in a game, he's just like, nah, that ain't me. You're thinking of someone else. You're thinking of your ladder game, Steadfast. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Why do you have to hit me with the truth bombs like this? Good job from Serral, by the way, staying out of range of the Thors. Still able to snipe down a couple of tanks. Ooh, gotta be so careful with those broods. 3-3 Thors will absolutely truck Broodlords. And they only got a couple of shots off, but they still took down 2 of them. So good job from Serral to mostly avoid that. Does snipe down a tank for a couple of Ravagers. Serral is really skirmishing well. He's not just microing. He's doing such a good job of like taking mini little engagements just really, really well. And that's buying time for his infestors to build up more energy. We have not seen the ghosts coming on in from Cure. There's nothing to deal with spellcasters except for the siege tanks. And I suppose the Thors to deal with the Vipers, Thors and Vikings. Oh, those are Blue Flame Hellbats. Oof. Oh, oh my god. There's no planetary. The Lings are going to smash that base now that the tanks are gone. Serral will give up this base quite wisely. Yeah, there's no reason to fight this. The tanks are too well set up. The infestors would have to come through a really awful choke, and he already got a good amount of SCV damage. Cure is rebuilding SCVs, but he's lost a fair number. Resources lost is pretty dead even. Serral has the watchtower, has his opponent's watchtower, and that allows him to find a couple of Thors that are on their own. Vision, it's all about the vision. Oh, can he take down that Thor? Oh, yes he can. 3 lings left over. Get the Thor. We are going to see a Hellion run by. There's no spy. Well, sorry, there's 1 spy. Oh, fungal growth. Isn't enough to keep the drones alive. He loses 6. But that was 5 Hellions. That's still a cost-efficient trade for Serral. However, Cure did draw the army out of position here. Can he find this base on the left? He needs to get a win. Serral has depleted most of his mineral bank, which is not something we often say. Actually, both of them have more gas than minerals, but of course, Serral's got way more gas than minerals at this point. Serral also doing an excellent job of keeping up with his upgrades. Obviously, you really just need the mech upgrades as the Terran. Do we have adrenal glands? By the way, we do. These are 3-2 lings. And Cure is actually going to get supply blocked pretty heavily. These lings doing surprisingly well against the Hellions. Oh man, this army from Cure is gigantic, but Serral does have what he needs to fight it. He's got a ton of Ravagers. He's got the Infestors. He's got the Vipers. It will still come down and could still come down to just one big engagement. If either player smashes the engagement, they will just win. If it's an even engagement, I think... Well, I mean, these Hellion run-bys on the right side are starting to really take a bit of a toll. If it's an even engagement, I'm not sure who I favor. I think Serral, since he's got this gold base up, both players are not on the biggest economy. Even engagement, I'm not sure. If it goes even and it comes down to who can remax more effectively, it's still up in the air for sure. Ooh, this Ling Ravager force will find the watchtower. We'll clear it up. That makes things really complicated for Cure. Oh, we've got the... Oh, this army is really caught on the ramp. Blinding Clouds would be terrifying here. But Cure has enough firepower to push Serral away and discourage him from kind of trying to jump that army. And I don't know that there was actually an opportunity, even with full vision, for Serral to actually jump this. Cure will get a nice little find on this right side. He kills 1 base and might be able to kill another. It looks like 16 SCVs did go down. Man, both players' economies are really in the dumps. Serral will be able to clean up this little tiny force. And he's going to be able to keep this base on the right alive. We do see finally +1 ship weapons coming on in. Oh, this is a... Oh, look at this. Wow, he gets the lineup on these units. Corrosive Biles on the Vikings will take them down. Landed Vikings getting Corrosive Bile, not something you see often. But the landed Vikings were enough to kind of turn this back around. Ooh. Thor in the backline is going to get taken out. Neural Parasite finding one of the Thors. Blinding Clouds are devastating here. Such a good jump from Serral. Cure did not expect the army coming in from the top side. This Thor is really going to work on Cure's army. That was a huge jump from Serral, and now Cure has been crushed on the left side of the map. Serral, that is probably going to be the decisive engagement in this game. Absolutely fantastic engagement. He has been so good at being flexible and mobile and never taking bad fights. Cure finally left the door open. I say finally, it was the second time he left the door open. And Serral, the first time he evened the game out, probably took a lead. Now he has won the game with that jump. The maneuvering, the constant counterattacks. So impressive from Serral, and he finally finds that engagement he was looking for. Income graph shows that it's been pretty even for the last little bit, but it has favored Serral over time. Take a look at the army size. Look at that. Look at that cliff that Cure's army falls off. And now Mass Broodlord. There might not be enough money. Cure might just not have enough money to get enough Thors and Vikings out to deal with the Broods. We may no longer even need finesse from Serral. Obviously, you still got to be careful. You don't want to take a horrible engagement, but even just a blinding cloud on half the Thors would probably be enough. Oh, corrosive biles. They're going to take down this command center potentially. Serral finding a couple of SCVs. If he just biles down the command center, he can kill it. Like, there's enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fine. There was enough to take that down. Ooh, Serral going to rotate a little bit. Cure doesn't know about the move. And that will be at least one siege tank coming down. Cure is in position to fight the army coming through this position. Not coming from the top. Once again, Serral gets the jump on Cure. And the siege tanks really friendly firing their own units here significantly. Oh, is it abducts or parasitic bomb? Not too sure. Regardless, Serral disengages. He is now trading efficiently against his opponent. And Cure? I mean, Cure is getting super broke. Oh, I was just about to say Cure needs to start mining from this base. That's what he's had to do. But now Serral comes in and disrupts the mining once again. Meanwhile, the Broodlord army of Serral stomping forward. As much as flying units can stomp, and there is so much friendly fire coming in from these siege tanks. Cure still has a very strong army. Serral, time is completely on his side at this point. We're going to see Cure going for it, but here they come the neural parasites. The blinding clouds are brilliant, knocking out all the tanks. All the Thors belong to Serral. He is going to crush the final engagement and will even the series at 1 apiece. A stunning display from Serral. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Spawning down in the bottom right, it is Cure. In the blue. And his opponent. Spawning up at the top left for Basilisk, it is Serral. In the red, putting on a complete masterclass of anti-mech play. Anyone who struggles with mech, just play like Serral. Just block every counterattack. Just, you know, perfectly spellcast in every engagement, and it's fine. It'll go easy for you. That's all you've got to do. Cure is going to be going command center first again. But in reality, it is... I just want to make it clear that that is sarcasm. It is so difficult to do what Serral just did. So difficult. Now, Cure, I do have to be a little bit critical. He never added ghosts. He never added ghosts into the composition. And if you're going to play a late game mass mech style, you really need those ghosts to be able to prevent the infestors from getting their neural parasites, to prevent the vipers from getting those devastating blinding clouds. EMP will deal with things very well. Very well. But if you don't have it, you're just going to have a really difficult time dealing with it. And once again, you can use Hellbats and Medivacs to kind of drop in on top of the infestors, and that can be effective. But there was nothing like that. Cure didn't use any of those tactics. No ghosts, no carpet bombing, no dragon dropping the Hellbats, nothing like that. Yeah, so it was missing. There was just not any great way for Cure to deal with his opponent's spellcasters there. And you can't just rely on Serral forgetting how to cast spells, because he is just too good at it. Serral is too good to leave openings against. The thing is, that was still, like, it was still a close game even without that. Yeah, it was still a very close game. Now we got to talk about game number 3 here. Cure has very clearly come extremely prepared for this one. We've got a third non-standard opener from Cure. Command Center first once again. It is still relatively safe. The only way you're going to punish Command Center first is with like a 12-pool Roach Ravager play. Or, and that will kill Command Center first, pretty much just by default, almost. almost a guaranteed victory. The other option is a proxy hatch at the natural. And that won't just straight up win you the game, but it is enough of a build order counter that it puts you in a really good position. Now we're going to see, okay, yeah, he's doing the same thing, I think. No, this time he actually is going to be going for Hellbat Marauder. Yeah. Okay, so he did the same setup in game number 2. Oh, Serral, will he get the scout? I think so. Viking is not going to be out in time to prevent the scout on this. Oh, concussive shells started but gets canceled here. Oh, Cure canceled the Marauder. Is he going to switch this back? Yes, he is. Ooh, nice mind game. Now, I wonder if Serral realized. There's the... this did delay Marauder production significantly. This is going to be one less Marauder, I think. Maybe? Can he squeeze out a third Marauder? Does he try to, is the question. With only 2 Marauders with concussive shells, it's not that effective. Serral, I think he might have gotten fooled a little bit. There's no Baneling Nest, but you can't hold it. Oh, he did get fooled. He did get fooled. Nice job from Cure. Very nicely done. And I do like that Cure waits for the third Marauder. You got to just hope and pray that Serral was fooled by this. Viking. Oh. You don't want to lose that. He gets 2 Overlords, I think. But one of them was the Scouting Overlord, so he only gets 1 extra Overlord. Behind this, we do see Cloak Banshee coming on in. I hope it's not going to be mech behind this. I hope not. If it is, I want to see... Okay, there we go. Bio. Bio. Good, good, good. This is a very good bio map. Okay, Serral. Ooh, he's going to have one of the queens getting slowed down. Oh, look at that. Cure changes targets to the second queen. Transfuse does keep one of the queens alive, but he doesn't lose all the queens. Oh, no target fire on the medevac. Needs to be target firing that. Cure is getting a lot of work done to start off. Lings will try and wrap around on the one Hellion. Do take it down. Serral, good spread on the queens, but he is losing a lot of them. There's no transfuse left, and the medevac is able to get its full healing duration. Serral, though, oh, he just now is going to have another transfuse or 2 available. Good defense from Serral. Excellent defense from Serral. If this had hit at the timing it wanted to, this might have run Serral over. But as it is, that scout actually delayed the timing of this by a significant amount. Cure had to wait for the extra Marauder. That allowed Serral to get more energy, more creep spread, so it fought further away from the base. Good defense from Serral. Really good defense. Even still, he killed 5 queens. Yeah, no, this is extremely good for Serral, actually, because he went 1-1 upgrades very fast. So Serral went for a super greedy play, and because Cure's timing was delayed, Serral was able to hold. Yeah, Serral is really far ahead. Yeah, Serral is really far ahead. The creep was not denied at all. The Cloaked Banshee, it tried to join up with the army. Took a ton of damage, so he had to go home and repair. Oh. I don't know. If he can find this base, that would be rather nice. I wonder if Serral's going to think it could be mech still. Cure will get pushed back from this base for the moment. Ooh, big Ling counterattack. If Serral was in the dark, he's going to see... Yeah, he sees the engineering bay. Oh, that was a... Nope, that was a cancel. Okay. Banshees. We'll find a bit of an opening on the bottom side base and can go after some of these drones. Ooh, transfuse on the queen is good. Does get it up in time. Good job from Serral. And look at this 2-2 timing advantage that Serral is going to have. He's got 2-2 about a quarter of the way done. He is going to have his 2-2 halfway or more done by the time Serral's or Cure's 1-1 is done. Serral is in a really dominant position. He's already up at 78 drones as well. Even though he had to give up the 5th base, that is totally fine. I like that Serral is knocking down these rocks as well. He's got a lot of Lings on the map. And Cure has not been able to form up for an attack just yet. Will Serral be able to take down these rocks before the push? Nope. Oh, Cure cannot step forward onto creep like this. The creep is completely dominant on the map at this point. Oh, Serral gets caught a little bit away from the rest of his queens, but he is still going to be able to find one Banshee. One Banshee for a queen. That's good for Serral in the state of the game. Obviously, Banshee's already more expensive, and they are just good utility, especially against what looks like it is going to be a big 2-2 Lingbane attack from Serral. Oh, we do see Cure finding the army of Serral, but Serral jumping on top of it. He says, I don't care. I've got enough, and he was right. The Hellbats do not do enough. The tanks were unsieged. Serral smashing Cure's army on the right side. Oh, that is probably going to be all she wrote in this game. Luca di Supply. And that was before the 2-2 of Serral. Serral's 2-2 hasn't even kicked in yet. He's already got a hive nearly done. Serral can go almost straight up into 3-3. My God, 935 2-2 upgrades. That is so fast. So bloody fast. Oh, and 6 Dropper Lords coming in from Serral. He is going to go for the Doom Drop. That's 48 Lings that he can go for here. Man, Cure started off this series so well, but Serral really asserting himself. Does find that Banshee as well, cleans that up. Creep trying to get cleared up in the middle of the map. He gets a tiny bit. Serral's just going to instantly respread. Cure does have the 4th command center done. And Serral not going to try and smash through and win the game right now. But this Ling drop. Oh, this Ling drop's going to be scary. Oh, look at that. Scouting medevac just kind of checking forward. We'll see an unhappy sight, which is a lot of creep tumors finishing up. Cure, no defenses in the main base. Oh, and Serral's going to try and jump this Marine force on the right side. Oh, creep sped being dropped. Serral doing so many of the little things so well. And look at this. He actually targets it on top. Oh, no, never mind. He didn't target on top of the barracks. Lingbane moving through the middle. Will find 3 of the tanks. Can he get all 3? He'll get 2. Good job from Cure to keep the 3rd one alive. Cure will have to contend with these burrowed Lings that have gotten into his main base. He does find 1 Dropper Lord. Good job with the Vikings. Oh, man, this is nasty to deal with right here. Meanwhile, behind this, Adrenal Glands completes 1-3 upgrades. Very far along for Serral. He's got Vipers. Ooh, scan comes in from Cure. Oh, look at that. Serral finds the pocket. Forces another scan, and there's still... That's already 2 scans. There's still 8 Adrenal Glands Lings in this main base with 2-2. Cure just now starts up the +3 weapons. I'm already impressed with Cure that he's, like, actually still in this game. But Serral is in a pretty dominant position at the moment. He's got Cure trapped on 4 bases, while he is taking a 7th base? 7th base, yeah. Cure is going to lose the sensor tower. Ooh, Serral, yeah, I don't know if you want to go for the fight here. He's got Lingbane, Hydra, Viper. Lings unburrowed in the main base, and they got into the mineral line. Nice quick pull on the SCVs here from Cure. So he survives a little bit of multi-prong from Serral. Good job. Very good job from Cure. And now Cure's maxed out. Behind this, +2 missile from Serral. He's got the +3 melee queued up as well. Not often that we see a Zerg this far ahead in upgrades. Ooh, Abduct coming in from Serral there. Going to grab 1 tank. Blinding Clouds, another 2. And this is too much Zerg on the top side. Ling, Bane, Hydra with the Viper support. Going to smash about half of Cure's army. Oh, and the Changelings even spot the rest. He could have maybe moved forward, but he already achieved his goal. Smash a bunch of the army while it tries to take the 4th, or the 5th base, I should say. Scan comes down, will clear out the Ling, but that's another scan forced. And now Serral. Oh, man, look at this. Ooh, I would love to see this Ling burrow on top of the supply depot. Make it so that it cannot lift. And there's the unburrow in the main base. He's going to find how many SCVs? 2? There's the reburrow. God, he's being such a nuisance. So many scans have been forced out just against these burrowed lings. Serral is absolutely running roughshod over Cure. We are going to see an attack coming on in. Vipers do get some good blinding clouds and a nice abduct as well. 4 tanks being pretty much nullified there. And now the Lings and Banes moving forward on the Marines onto the bottom side. There are well-placed tanks behind this from Cure. And that was about the best scenario Cure could have asked for here. He's doing a really good job of keeping these Banelings from connecting on his bio. But Serral is just so far ahead. He's been outmining his opponent by so much over the course of this game. He's been ahead for a really long time. And now he's getting ready for a Broodlord transition. Usually when you play Hydraling Bane, it is just a constant hammer blow of just this swarmy Zerg style. But in this scenario, the Broodlords are going to be potentially very unexpected. We do have Cure finally getting into Ghosts. Oh, Serral's going to find the mineral line pretty exposed once again. The Siege Tank is in a good position. 28 kills, but it will go down. Serral a little bit too much to not kill it. Cure doing a good job of mitigating SCV losses in this game number 3, but Serral is really putting on a clinic. Truly showing a masterclass of ZVT. ZV Ted. And Serral has taken the 2 bases that are most difficult to take. He hasn't secured them per se. Especially not this topside base. We are going to see... Ooh, the Broodlord's getting revealed. How many ghosts do we have on the field? Just 3. They just popped out as well, so they're pretty fresh. They don't have a ton of snipes. We are going to see a big stim coming on in. There is the snipe on one Broodlord. Does snipe down a Viper. But the Brood's like, there's not really a viable answer. No Thors, very small number of ghosts with not a lot of energy. Siege tanks have been the focus of the defense for Cure. And Serral recognizing that, even abducting in the one Viking, the only realistic anti-air that could deal with the range of the Broodlords. And now Serral just going to move in with the Lings and Banes, will smash down the planetary, and just backs away. Mission accomplished. No need to stay around. Cure, oh, he's going to try and get something done on the counterattack. Does have Liberator sieging up pretty nicely to cover the bio. But Serral will be able to still pick away at the army. He's going to give up this base, so he doesn't have enough in this position to hold it. And he doesn't need to hold it. That's the thing. Serral with a big bank. Oh, and Cure getting caught on creep. Will lose a lot of tanks. The Ghost going down as well. Serral looking to close out this game number 3 and put himself in the lead in this grand finals. Cure with some good spreads on the army. But even just keeping it alive is not enough. He's lost so much. He tries to turn it around, gets another decent snipe on the Broodlords. There's only 4 left. But look at the remax from Serral. Serral's mechanics coming through. Constantly injecting throughout all of this. And Serral's going to be able to deny the 5th base once again. Cure is doing a really good job of holding. I really want to give him kudos. But it feels like it's an inevitability at this point. Serral is the swarm today. And he will come in, surrounds the tanks. He says, I don't even care about your planetary. And he doesn't need to. Serral closes out game number 3. Immaculate every engagement. And puts himself up 2-1. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Spawning up at the top left, it is Cure. In a blue. And his opponent going for the Extractor Trick 15 hatch here on Gressvon. It is Serral. In the red. This is such an impressive showing from Serral. Like, I know we've come to expect it, but I can't help but be impressed again. Again and again and again. It's just so impressive. Like, how... I don't know. I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do now, Buck? Now, it's not over. It is not over. Like we saw in game number 1, Cure came in really primed. But even that game where he was so far ahead for such a significant period of time, Serral still fought him. He still made him earn it a little bit. Still made him work for it. Now, can Cure find that same energy he had in game number 1? He did catch Serral off guard and got a fantastic start in the game. There's no way around that. There's no doubt of that. And the other 2 games, not so much. Serral kind of just slammed the door on him. Actually, no, in game 2, he did it. Serral was definitely in a tough position. Now, this is really interesting from Serral. Cure does elect to go for the no scout 1 Rax expand. And Serral, because he went for the extractor trick hatch first, able to slip these lings out onto the map. And that will be a little bit of a denial on this. Now, it was 2 Marines out of Cure, which is good. Oh, Cure going to keep the Marines hidden. Oh, good job. And he gets a ling snipe. Nice. Oh, and behind us, he actually denies the 3rd hatch a little bit. Oh, that's 1 HP. 1 HP on the Reaper. Cure. I mean, that's the kind of thing you need to do against Serral. You got to reach as deep into the cookie jar as you can. Get as much value as you can. Serral, though, this was a gasless 3rd hatch. He's obviously adding on the gas now, but... I mean... Good start. Good start. Good eco start. Now, what are we going to see? Oh, medevac. Medevac drop. Yeah, it's going to be 6 Marine medevac. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I do like that Cure is mixing things up. Like I said, I think his unpredictability has been his greatest weakness. So I'm really happy to see that he is mixing things up. He is being cheeky. Like that very much. Cure behind this, Banshee. And bio. Okay. I wouldn't mind seeing Cure going for, like, super fast engineering base himself. Trying to get some really nasty timings set up. The problem is, trying to defeat Serral, I mean, it's just so tough. Because, like, he just always has an answer for what you're doing. You know? And he always will give up a base if he can't take the fight he's looking for. So you need to, like, corner Serral. He won't walk into a trap. You need to trap him. Now, this first little drop from Cure. Now, what can it get done here? Das ist a good question. For now, just looking on the fringes. Can I find any overlords? Can I find any creep spread? The answer is going to be no for now. Serral, hang on. How many gases? He's gone up to 6 gases. This is going to be a 3-hatch Mutaplay. Yes. Yes. Mutaling Bane with a hidden spire. Oh, yes. Thank you, Serral. Oh, can we get a cancel on this base? Not quite. Good job from Serral to keep that alive. That wouldn't have been the biggest of deals, but it would have been something. Would have definitely been something. Oh, so happy to see Mutaling Bane. I love that Serral is giving this the old college try. Now, I will say Cure is one of the better anti-Mutaling Bane players. Like, out there. Like, he's quite good at dealing with it. There was a game between him and Raynor, where Raynor was in a great position for a really long time, and Cure really put in work against it. Stim completes this little drop, will look for some creep. Serral, able to get this around on a couple Marines so they can't get picked up in the medevac. Good job. Meanwhile, patrolling Lings. Serral will have enough money for 9, 10, maybe even 11 mutas. He's not getting his Evo chambers yet. There we go. Starts him up now. But he will, go for the 11 mutas first. Bane speed is, of course, on the way. This is not like an all-in situation with the mutas. Serral, big counterattack coming in through the middle. And that's going to force this army back home. Really nice stuff from Serral. He's going to get the wraparound on these Marines. Will force a lot of friendly fire. Oh, wow. Wait, that can't... That looked like so many more Marines than 5 went down. Good job from Cure. It really looked a lot worse for Cure. But here come the mutas. Serral brought the army back home as the mutas were coming out. Serral hasn't started up Banes yet. But he can give up this base. And the mutas are going to get into the main base. Combat Shields is not yet done. Cure is able to grab 1 muta there for just 1 Marine. That's a really good find. Now, Lings and Banes are going to roll on forward. This is the 5th base of Serral, remember. Cure, 1 Hellbat will get, almost taken out. Transfuse trying to keep this hatchery alive. Good job from Serral. He is going to be able to keep it up. He's trying to buy time with the Queens. He wants this army to commit a little bit further forward before he comes in with the mutas. Muta's going to come in from the back. Banelings getting targeted down by the siege tanks. Very nice fight from Cure. Serral does have enough Banes behind this, though. And now the Marines are getting a little bit surrounded here. However, more Marines showing on up. Good job from Cure. Cure is really fighting this well. And he will be rewarded with the base pickoff. Meanwhile, we've got the mutas getting deflected on the other side, kiting against the Ling Bane. Good job from Cure. This is about as well as you could ask for this to go for the blue Terran player. Good muta harass, but it's not that much. It's only 2 SCVs and a gas. The gas is the bigger plum in the pudding. Serral sees that the Drilling Claws upgrade starts up. Does grab another couple of SCVs. He's doing a good job with the mutas. And he is on +1 weapons for them. Will start up his 2-2 as he finishes up the 1-1. Serral, denying gases is really nice. Preventing siege tank production, preventing Thors, preventing Widow Mines, or at least mitigating that. But if you look at Cure's gas bank, he's got a lot. So it's not going to be the highest impact play. There's that 2-2. Cure will have a really strong 2-2 timing. And even though I am a big fan of watching the Mutaling Bane versus Biomine Thor play, I do recognize that mutas are tough to make work. They are really tough to make work, and all it takes is a moment of inattention, and the mutas can get turned into mincemeat. And this timing from Cure, it is going to be scary to deal with. We've got the Planetary done. We've got 2-2 Drilling Claws coming online. Pretty much identically timed here. And a lot of the creep was denied at the bottom side. Serral, of course, tried to make a fight around that base. And he's just now starting to mine from a 5th base in earnest. Cure, that was a good decision to go after that base. Serral, obviously in hindsight, he would have much rather given up that base earlier. I do like that he's adding Burrow. Burrowed Banes while playing Mutiling Bane are really good. And another gas being sniped here by Serral. This is great damage. It's small. He even gets a, he gets 3 depots. That's enough to deeply supply block Cure for the moment. Cure not going to move out with his 3-3, or sorry, his 2-2 Drilling Claws. He will probably wait for 3-3 now. Serral getting very close to his own 2-2, and his +2 flyer attacks for the mutas. Serral doing a really good job with the muta harass. But, this is cool. 48 Ling drop coming into the main base once again. Now, Cure is moving forward. We got a lot of missile turrets coming on in. Cure is actually supply blocked at the moment. He's only 9 supply off maxed. Serral about to get to 2-2 of his own. Here come the Ling drops. Oh, well, hang on. This is a lot of Marines. And 2-2 not yet done. Mutas will get in on top of this 4th base. That is going to be actually a really expensive attack for Serral. I do like that he stopped the Ling drop, though. He gave up on it when he realized it wasn't going to work. Also, we've got +2 flyer carapace coming, or +1 flyer carapace for Serral. He is going for the battle mutas. Meanwhile, though, does start up a Hydra Den. Adrenal glands can get into 3-3. He's got the gas for it. Cure doing a good job of keeping the creep hampered, slowing it down significantly. Mutas on the top side are going to look for an opening once again. There's 25 mutas. Oh, Serral going to go for a bit of a Bane run by with the Lings that are left over. And I'd love to see him, yeah, just snipe the depots to make this a little bit easier. That's exactly what he's going to do. Cure. Ooh. Does get the Overseer kill. Did he kill off any mutas there? Oh, he got 2. Nope, he got just the Overseer. Banelings will get in on top of the mineral line. We'll be able to find a couple of... Oh, look at that. He burrows the Banes, but... Oh, there's a missile turret. He's like, oh, I killed the missile turret. I didn't notice the second and actually even third missile turrets. And of course, neither did Serral. We are going to see Mutas trying to come in from the back. Ling Bane moving forward on the front. Widow Mine. Okay, not getting the shot. Serral was prepared to split for it last second. Oh, this mine, though, could be big. Actually, it's just the spread at the top of the ramp that is really difficult to deal with. Serral's going to have to give up this base again. Cure, once again, is playing such a strong anti-Muta Ling Bane setup. Serral will get in here onto the 3rd base, and he's been harrying it. He's been annoying it for a while, but now he's actually started to crack it, and it will be a dead base. Cure does have 3-3 with his bio and +2 vehicle weapons, or +2 vehicle armor as well. Lings and Bane's going to try and get forward on the army, but there's not enough of them. There's still a ton of 3-3 bio, and the Thors do survive on the front lines. Cure, even though he lost that base, he's got another command center ready to go. Going to rebuild the turrets. Serral, though, will get in before the turrets can be... Well, I mean, they barely even started and they get blown up. Serral getting close to his own 3-3 on the ground. Oh, he's got enough mutas to take the fight easily against a very small number of Marines. Serral really doing a great job of babysitting these mutas, making sure they don't die stupidly. And behind this, Lurker transition. There are no siege tanks outside of the ones that are defensively at home that are left over from earlier. Cure, oh, will lose one of the Thors. Good little pickoffs from Serral there. Would love to see Serral snipe the... Well, I mean, Ghost Academy would be great. Armory would be great, too. Serral did keep this base alive, and he is on a very nice economy. He's outmining his opponent by a significant amount at this point. Cure is on 5 bases, though. Rather, yeah, I like that he builds a planetary here. More armor, as well as just going to defend itself better. Oh, there is still a couple changelings here for Serral. Serral, so good. But he is easily the best changeling usage player in the game. Rogue was very good with changelings before as well, but Serral, I mean, Rogue is, he's in the military. Serral is now far and away the best changeling usage player in the game. Cure, though, once again, I really want to give him props. He has played a magnificent game against this Mutiling Bane, and he's doing a good job of never overcommitting. Always just clearing up creep. Oh, Ghosts are going to be able to snipe down a good number of mutas here. A lot of them going down. That was really expensive, but it is Lurkers on the transition. Serral, yeah, that's 10 mutas that just went down for a couple turrets. Ooh, a lot of Banes coming in on the left side. Cure doesn't have the biggest bank, but it is decent. Serral's bank is huge, though. Even keeping the Ghost at home and forcing out snipes is actually kind of good. Serral Oh, will come in on the left side with the Banelings. There were Widow Mines here, and one of them gets a huge connection at the very end. Oh, look at that. Burrowed Banes. Oh, if Cure wasn't paying attention, that could be a real problem. We're going to see Serral picking off the Marauders at the front, baiting out a few mines. Oh, Ling's going to run in as well, going to find even more SCVs. Serral, I love the Lurkers on the high ground. They do have range. They've now got +1 missile as well. These are also 3-1 mutas. Ooh, good job from Cure. He was paying attention. Is Cloak done for these ghosts? No. Look at that. The burrow. He knows he's going to lose the fight. So he's just like, okay. Funnily enough, there was already a burrowed Ling here, so it was actually... It didn't actually do anything. He would have had to scan anyways. But it's a nice heads-up play that Serral was looking for that. Ooh, Cure with a nice rotation on the bottom side. Will find one of Serral's bases. That's going to knock Serral down to 7 bases. I mean, it is Gressvon, so it's tough to crack your opponent. Serral? I mean, he does see that it's a planetary fortress here. Oh, he checks for Widow Mines. That's what he was doing there. Nice job from Serral, and he will blow up this planetary once again, and an instant burrowed Ling. God, Serral does so many of the little things well. Speaking of which, nice job from Cure. He did burrow a mine on top of this base, and it did delay the retake a little bit. And now, Cure finds Serral very out of position. Oh, scan, scan, scan. We gotta scan. We gotta clear the creep. We cannot go this deep onto the creep. Just because you caught Serral out of position, if you stay on creep this long, it is gonna be scary. Now, there is a huge force of bio, but Serral coming in from the top, from the bottom. Cure, though, with a great spread. Maybe he can stay on creep. Ooh, but more Banes coming on out. Serral trying to connect on the ghosts. The spread from Cure is pretty good. It was plenty good enough. Lings, oh, they burrowed in on top of this left side base. Serral has lost this base on the top side. He's going to lose this one as well. Cure is doing a really good job of denying these bases of Serral. Keeping Serral from, well, I mean, the thing is, Serral has been really ahead in economy for a lot of this. We are going to see a Ling Bane attack coming on in. There's no Widow Mines, it looks like, with the army. So a lot of this army is going to be engulfed by Serral's Ling Bane Hydra. Cure will get into the medevacs. Oh, does he lose that one? No, it is going to get back up to the high ground safely. Finally, a little bit of splash damage to cover the retreat. Serral has snuck in a single Viper. Oh, Ling's going to unburrow. Oh, and another Baneling more. Serral's doing such a good job with the run-bys. Both players are on a relatively low worker count. Serral, though, that could be a problem if this game goes much further. Like, he's going to want to drone up a little bit more. Oh, looks like Cure found the Banelings. Nice job. Especially if Cure can secure this right side base, this bottom side base. Why did I say right side? I was thinking right relative to this base, but it's bottom left. It's, by all accounts, bottom left. The west part of the North Building, named after Admiral William North. Burrow does dodge the initial shot. Widow Mines, ooh, do still get some good connections. Snipes coming in on the Lurkers. Bottom side of the fight. We are going to see good cloaks from Cure. And that's actually going to give him a lot of vision. Very nice spread from Cure as well. Ghosts, oh, can they escape the Banelings? They are getting corralled, but the Overseer gets put into siege mode, so Cure will get away with those ghosts. That still ends up being good for Serral, because now it opens the door to go after this bottom side base. And I love the fact that Serral just splits off the Lings, doesn't commit with all the Lingbane Hydra. Oh, and he kills the command center. Cure, oh, doesn't hit that important lift. And there's actually not a ton of orbitals. There's only 4 orbitals left on the map. Oh, nice burrow from Serral. Able to get the burrowed Ling in on this pocket third. Man, this is just a crazy series already. These two are really living up to a grand finals hype. Oh, burrowed infestors. But we do have the missile turret. Serral? Oh no, the Widow Mine. Oh my god, this infestor so exposed. Nice to EMP. Does snipe the Infestor down. Very nice missile turret. We are going to see an abduct on the Liberators coming in from Serral. Good mind drags as well. Planetary Fortress is going to make it difficult for Serral to attack in, and he will be forced back. But Serral, at this point, the supplies are starting to tilt really far in his favor. The big engagements have been plenty good enough for Cure, but it has been the constant run-bys, the constant harassment that has given Serral the edge in this game. And he's been doing such a good job. Not often we see this upgrade setup, by the way, in a match like this, where it was Mutilating Bane, 3/3/3 on the ground, and +3 weapons, +1 Flyer Carapace. That's going to mean a Broodlord transition is going to be even more powered up for Serral if he decides to go for it. But we already seen a big engagement coming on in. Serral mitigates the mines very effectively. He gets a massive round on the go. 4 of them do get picked up by Cure. Good job to get out of there. But Serral still has a ton of Lingbane Hydra. Cure is out of money. He is out of options. And he is probably very soon going to be out of this game. Hydras do shift click into the bottom. And they're going to find a lot more SCVs here. Meanwhile, abducts on Marauders. Not necessarily what you want, but it doesn't even matter when you're this far ahead as Serral is. Oh, and he might even find his command center. Cure doesn't stick around to find out. He taps out, and Serral puts himself on championship point. GG. All right, here we go. Game number 5. He's down in the series. He needs your energy. It is Cure. And his opponent, spawning down on the bottom right for Basilisk, it is Serral. In the red. Thank you very much, Zhitnik, for the 5 gifted subs. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Serral, once again, looking like he's going to go for a gas first. No, it's just going to be pool first. Okay, okay. Zhitnik, is that a reference to the hockey player? I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so. 667. But yeah, thank you very much for the support. Cure started off this series magnificently with the Game 1 victory, and Game 2, he was looking really good. He got a bunch of damage with the Hyperflight Rotor's Banshees, kept poking in and getting work done. The mech army really found some traction. But then things kind of came apart. Serral spellcasted his way to victory. He, you know, at first it was Expelliarmus, disarmed Cure with the first mech army. Then it was Avada Kedavra, killed him. And then while Cure was fallen down but still somehow conscious, even though he was fully dead, he used the Cruciatus with that 3rd bit of spell casting. It was Harry Potter Day at the Jays game yesterday, so I'm thinking about spell casting. They did a really good job with it. It was really neat. Really neat. Crucio. Yeah, okay. Man, this was, this has been a stunning performance so far from Serral. And look at this. The sneaky drone gets around the Reaper. By the way, it is worth noting, I don't think Cure has SCV scouted once.
Are under attack.
Oh, in this pool first. Oh, look at this from Serral. Sneaks around, forces a lot of lost mining time, gets out with one of the lings. It was 2 Marines. So because it was the pool first, he got the lings out a little bit quicker. The set of lings. Oh, look at that, Serral. Oh, he's still microing the 1 ling, so he sees the 3rd command center. Serral, God. It makes me angry how good he is at the game because it makes me feel bad about myself. Oh, my God. I'm just like, oh, he put it in the corner. He stopped looking at it. Serral's like, nope. Nope. Idiot Steadfast. Of course I'm still looking at it. I want to see the 3rd command center. I know it's early in the game and there's not a ton to be doing, but like that is just really nice from Serral. Like that's the little extra that makes him a world champion. God, talk about building momentum in a series. Serral has just been building so much momentum. Now we're going to see a Cyclone drop potentially here from Cure. Is it going to be Cyclone drop? Serral, of course, as we can see, did take the high-yield gas base very early on. Cure actually puts a fair bit of HP damage onto it. I don't think it's going to be enough to do anything. But it's a thing that happened. I was going to say it's worth noting, but I don't even know if it is worth noting. We do see a Roachworn coming in from Serral. He could elect to go for what would effectively be a 3-gas Roachling Ravager attack if he takes this gas quickly. Because, you know, this gas, it double mines. It's worth double mines, so it's really good. The Cyclone, by the way, is pretty good on altitude, specifically because of this Overlord spot. Being able to pick it off is really nice. Oh, Serral. He sees the small little attack from Cure. Cure... This is a really weird attack. I don't know what he's expecting to get done with this, but I don't think he's going to get it done. Serral with just a handful of lings will deal with this. Good micro on the Cyclone. And he keeps the medevac alive, so he can kind of get out of this corner. But if this medevac dies, everything here is dead. Okay, wise decision from Cure to just pick up and get out. Staying any longer was risky. Risky and greedy. Grisky, if I may. Did he? No, he didn't get Cloak. We're going to see the Cyclone drop coming into the natural. Serral will maybe lose this Queen. I like the injects, though. He was probably going to lose the Queen anyways with the lock-on. Oh, that's actually going to be a fair number of drones. 4 drones going down, including the 2 that just popped out. Good job from Cure, finding a little bit of value, but he will lose the medevac. Good snipe from Serral. And Roach, will it get taken down? Transfuse? No. So at least the Cyclone gets something done. But still a good cleanup from Serral. And yeah, I think I definitely like this. Oh, this is funny that Serral started knocking down the rocks. And then he's like, oh, I can just hold the attack. And then Cure is like, oh, I lost a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm going to knock down the rocks now. Counterattack on the other side. Does get... Oh, can he get this SCV? Yes, he can. Gets 2 SCVs. Well, this is a nice start for Serral. Again, it's a nice start for Serral. Behind this, 1-1 upgrades. Serral is prepping to go into Roaches. He has been playing Roach styles very well for a long time now. I say a long time, actually a short time. But he has added them into his repertoire and has made him, I think, the most terrifying ZVT player in the world. Raynor, I will say, in terms of speed and just raw mechanical prowess and, you know, micro run-bys, all that, Raynor, I think, at his absolute peak, has an edge. But they are both just constantly raising the roof. But at the same time, you got to also talk about Dark as just how good he is as a spellcaster. There's just so many good Zergs, and they all play different styles. And then you've got Serral, who's like the best super standard player with like no mix-ups. He just plays Hydraling Bane ridiculously well. By the way, Serral going for a very quick Hive and Spire. I like the sneaky Spire placement too. This is going to be really tough to deal with. Serral doesn't have enough units in the main base just yet to deal with this. Oh, but he will get enough Roaches back in here. I think he spotted this. Or if he didn't spot it, he foresaw it. Oh, look at this interception. The Queens. Gonna try and target down the medevacs, but Cure does get the unload. Transfuse. Nice from Serral. Good job. Just got enough creep over here. Very well done by Serral. These Broodlords are going to hit like... No, that's a terrible Serral. Terrible Serral impression. Oh my god. These Broodlords are going to hit like a truck. No, that's a bad one too. That's a bad one too. We're off. We're off on the Serral impressions today. By the way, these Infestors, these... Ooh, double fungal. Nope, Cure does see it. It's gone from worse to worse. Roaches do find the Marines on the ground and gets a couple of pickoffs, forces him to pick up again. Cure loves the just, you know, medevac hit squads. So being a nuisance against them is good. It demands more attention. Attention, we always say it. Attention is a resource in SC2. I do like this Banshee on the left side, by the way, just kind of holding the tower, holding the watchtower. 9 Corruptors on the way. There are Vikings being produced. Did Cure see the Greater Spire? He has not, but I think he's preparing for Vipers. I think he has seen the Hive. No, he hasn't seen the Hive, but he's anticipating it. So those are not to deal with the Broods, I don't think. I'm pretty sure those are to deal with the potential Vipers, but they will, of course, be good against the Broodlords. Serral does have 2 more Corruptors. I wouldn't mind see. Oh, there it is. There's the 3 yes! Before I could even finish the sentence, I was like, I'd love to see him build 3 spores and cancel them just to get the last Broodlords out, and that's exactly what he does. It's a small little play, but Serral does all the little things well. God, he does them before I can even say them. He's too fast. Somebody slow him down. Somebody put a speed limiter on him. And these siege tanks, they are going to get blasted. We got Ghosts coming on out. That is really the only thing that's going to deal with this for now. Of course, Vikings are going to be good as well, but they are not going to be out in big numbers. We also got the Queens at the front line and Infestors. Oh, stimming in on top of this with 2 Infestors is not the play. There's 4 Fungals available. Serral is on the verge of taking this one down right here and now with this surprise Broodlord switch. Here come the Marines, but once again, they're going to get blocked by the Broodlings. Banshee getting sniped by the Queens as well. And there's so much creep spread here that he can transfuse these units up. Now, the Vikings are going to be good. We need to see fungal growths on those Vikings. Oh, Ghosts. Not able to do too much. The Queen's actually taking down the Vikings. Good target fire from Serral. Ooh, nice EMP on one of the Infestors. There's still more Fungals available. Serral is breaking through. Will smash through almost all the tanks. There are no tanks left. That was all the tanks. And now just the Roach Ravager with its 2-2 going to be so good. The fungal growths are going to be amazing as well. Corrosive Vials landing on the medevacs. Serral is on the verge of taking down the Masters Coliseum 6. Thor pops out, instantly dies. There are Ghosts. They're going to be able to snipe a couple of Broodlords, but there's still a lot of Zerg left. Serral behind this is continuing to upgrade, so even if Cure can hold, it is going to be tough. But Cure does make the hold. Against all odds, cleans up the Broodlords. However, he has lost a ton of stuff. 20 SCVs going down. That was an amazing hold from Cure. But as I said, Serral is prepared to transition out of this. Ghosts, oh, one of them getting picked off. The other 2 do get picked up. Cure is still not in. He is still not out of the woods yet. Serral did put a lot into that push. There's no doubt of that. Are there any Infestors left over? Yes. Oh, and wait, did he lose them? No, he kept them alive, so they just recharged energy. These Infestors, man, Serral is good with his spellcasters. He is better than anyone can expect him to be reasonably. He's better. Yeah. We are going to see the Ling run by. There's no upgrades until just now. No attack upgrades on these Lings. So the SCVs take a long time to kill. But he will still grab 3 of them. Gets a little bit of disruption. Drags the army back home as well. Cure, though? I mean, he is in a pretty good position in this game now. That hold was very impressive. It is worth noting, though. Cure, no 3-3. Serral about to finish up +3 Carapace. We do have another Ling run by. Will get blocked in the natural. Good walling with the Marauders. Oh, Fungal Growth, Corrosive Vial combo. Hits on the medevacs. Gets a lot of them. Infestors still staying alive. Oh, man. Oh, the Infestor on a bad route will go down. Serral, his first mistake with the Infestor positioning here. Very forgivable. But might be very costly. He needed those fungal growths, I think. Siege Tank does get hot pickups here. Oh, Corrosive Vials landing home on the medevacs and the mech units alike. Oh, these Ravagers are really getting more value than they maybe should be able to. Oh, fungal growth is available on the left side. Cure does mostly dodge it, but the corrosive vials will land on some tank. Well, a tank. Medevac's getting blown to hell as well. Baneling's trying to morph in for Serral. Cure trying to smash through the middle. Oh, the units are pretty clumped up here. The Banelings will get cleaned up, though. Corrosive Vials taking down, well, Ravagers and Corrosive Vials taking down 2 of the tanks. There is another one on the reinforcement. Ooh, Vipers are going to get jumped here by the Vikings. Parasitic Bomb will take down 2 of the Vikings. But losing one of those Vipers is really good for Cure. Really bad for Serral. It is still so close at this point. Serral is about to be on 2-2-3 versus just 2-2. Cure has been... well, he's been committing everything to army. So he has not started up the 3-3. Oh, is that another Infestor? Was it? I think it was. I think it was the other Infestor that just got killed off. Serral can give up this base pretty soon. Oh, Ling's coming in on the top side. Like I said, they are now even with the armor upgrades, the SCVs, and with the Adrenal Glands, they're going to tear through this. Look at that burrow play. Cure will get the scan. Serral with the hold position Lings. Oh, no, it wasn't hold position. They just got out of range. How did they get out of range? That's so weird. SCVs are going down on the left side. Oh, it's a Ravager. Wow, it got itself into a nice position. Serral getting up to 3-3-3 pretty soon. Ghosts are really well spread. This is such a good position, push position on altitude. But Lings and Banes coming in on the counterattack. Doesn't even need the Banes to smash through the first wall. The Lings just taking care of business. Hatchery does go down. But the counterattack looks like it will be dealt with by Cure. Cure is fighting back really nicely in this game number 5. That holding that Broodlord push was nothing short of miraculous. But Serral finding a ton of SCVs here. 26 SCVs going down over the last little bit of this. Ooh, Parasitic Bomb on the Medevacs. Can Cure get out? There's the split. Nice job. And a Siege Tank getting abducted on the backside. Cure with some good kind of panic micro, but Serral still kind of caught him out a little bit. God, I really have to hammer home the point that it is so difficult on altitude to spread a Terran out like this the way Serral is doing in the last little bit. Lings, ooh, they did move into the sensor tower range for a moment, but that is a lot of cracklings, and there is no wall rebuild on the natural just yet. Cure should lift the command center, but he's not doing it. Oh, he's going to lose it. And now he's going to lose a lot of units actually here. He doesn't have Cloak still for the Ghost, so they will go down. Widow Mines are being added on. They don't have Drilling Claws. But even with the Liberators here, this is just so many Lings. And another Ghost going to get taken down. These are just mineral units for a lot of high-value gas units, and even a good number of SCVs. Good scan from Cure will ensure that Serral can't just be sneaky with the Lings. But now, this is a big upgrade advantage for Serral. He's on 3-3 with the missile and soon to be on like full 3-3-3 for the ground. Cure, still no 3-3 of his own. And just now, he starts up the +3 weapons. Oh, man. Serral is going to have a ridiculously long upgrade timing advantage. Oh, that scan finds the Infestor. We see Neural Parasite coming in from Serral. He clearly wanted to Neural Parasite the Ghosts. Ghosts are going to get caught at the front. Once again, no Cloak is a problem. Parasitic Bomb, good spread from Cure. God, Serral is just, he just puts so much pressure on you all over the map. Parasitic Bomb. Oh, I like that he runs them forward to try and scout, but huge fungal growth on the army. Another fungal growth. The Banelings getting massive connections. Serral, these supplies were even, and now the army of Cure disappears. Oh my God, what an exclamation point from Serral in game number 5. And now he is ahead in resources lost. Cure plummeting in supply. There is no way, no how you're gonna hold. Serral takes game number 5. He takes the series, and he takes our hearts again. What a stunning find at the very end for Serral. And he is your Masters Coliseum champion. $16,000 added to the prize purse, added to the bank of Serral. And if you enjoyed that series, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you quite well.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just going to turn you down.
Not sure what's wrong with my Discord, but it's just a gray blank thingy. It's not opening for some reason.
Ah, that's okay. I mean, you're here to play StarCraft. You're not here to troubleshoot tech, right?
Yeah, well, I'll have to troubleshoot it afterwards anyways, so...
Oh, fair enough.
Not completely true.
Fair. Just need Basilisks to send over a tech guru. Just have them like live, you know, close by, and just get them to help out every once in a while.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations. That was ridiculous. You played like an absolute god the last few days. Yeah, how did you prepare for the matches today? Because you had a lot of really tricky stuff in addition to your fantastic standard play.
Well, I mean, not much to be honest. Most of my builds were for Gamers 8 and for the ultra big events earlier this year that I didn't get to use, so I just used them here. So everything was kind of already before the tournament even. I already knew what kind of stuff I could do and wanted to do potentially. Nice. But obviously I did go through my builds a little bit against the AI before the matches. But in general, I haven't been playing that much. Just relaxing for the most part.
Well, apparently that is the secret sauce, because you looked very practiced. Like, yeah, that looked really, really good. And I mean, every other Zerg lost their ZVTs in this tournament in the playoffs, and even in the upper bracket, obviously Clem had a really good series versus you, but you came back and just like stormed your way through it. What matchup right now is like the scariest one for you? I think I know the answer, but
yeah, well, I guess just CVC is the hardest one, but CVP is also reasonably hard.
Yeah,
because like I don't mind CVC that much. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, versus
I do sometimes
Dark.
lose. It's hard to be. It's very hard to be consistent in CVC, but besides that, I think I'm pretty good at it.
No, I think you're extremely good. Like the only map you lost to Dark was he did like that speedling rush that caught you out on altitude, and then like every other aspect, like he kept throwing curveballs at you, and you just knocked him all out of the park. Like it looked totally. It looked very clinical from you, so it definitely didn't look like a weak point. ZVP, I mean, what your series versus Max Pack looked utterly dominant. What parts of it are you like, I guess, finding to be really difficult? And then tell me about the delayed Viper style that you busted out in game 1.
Game 1?
Was game 1 Gresspawn? It was, right?
Oh. Yeah, but I mean, I don't remember doing any Vipers there, did I?
No. Yeah, you didn't play the Vipers until like, you didn't add them on until like 17 minutes or something?
That's a point. Yeah, I mean, Vipers are kind of useless against Tempest. They just get picked away or die to High Templars. You don't really need them before the Void Ray Mass gets high or carriers are out. I usually think it's better just to have like Corruptor, Infestor for the Tempest, and you just save a little bit of supply that way. I think that's a better way to do it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it looked airtight. And obviously, you know, the balance patch is coming out pretty soon. What are you thinking about that right now? What are your thoughts about it?
Well, to be honest, I haven't been paying too much attention, but it doesn't look too bad. It's a lot of small nerfs or buffs to races, but for the most part, I'm not too worried. If the bailing nerf turns out to be very impactful, then I guess it can be hard, but at the same time, I think that can be one of the nerfs that doesn't actually change much.
Wow, that's a bold statement, because I look at the Baneling changes and I'm like, damn, this could be pretty big, especially in the Baneling HP nerf versus Terran if it goes through, and of course not one-shotting probes anymore is gonna make harassing in ZVP difficult. But like, I mean, you made it look irrelevant in your games. Like almost none of the games that you played, except maybe I think game 3 versus Max Packs or game 2 versus Max Packs, I don't think any of them would have been affected by the balance patch changes. Is that something that's on your mind, like kind of tooling up for that? Or is that just you like kind of mid-game roach play a little bit, I guess, in ZBT, and then like there's just so many tools for Zerg still?
Well, I mean, I just like to do different stuff and have fun with different play styles. I'm not really preparing. I wasn't really preparing for the patch in this tournament just yet, but yeah, I'm not sure what the question exactly was, but hopefully it answered some of it.
Yeah, just like, what are you like thinking towards the future? Is it just you were just playing your game? But it sounds like you're just playing your game. I think you answered it pretty well. And I like I like that you're just having fun, because it looks so utterly dominant, and it's so nice to hear that you're having fun while you're doing it too. Now, I know you're not like a big party guy, but what are you gonna do to celebrate another tournament victory against like the top players in the world?
Well, I don't usually celebrate that much, so probably nothing, but maybe fire up the sauna in the evening, and that's about it.
Very nice. No like nice dinner or anything like that?
No, I always have nice dinner when I make it myself.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Me too. It's a bad time if I make dinner. It's gonna be a bad dinner. Now, I mean, I don't want to keep you too long, but like obviously I've already asked you a bunch of questions. But what's the future look like for you in terms of, I guess, the like RTSs in general, or you know, if Stormgate ends up not being that big, or if it ends up being huge, like, would you rather stick with SC2, or do you want to try out a new game?
I don't really know. Just very hard to say always. You don't know how Stormgate's gonna turn out. You don't know what's gonna happen with StarCraft, so it's just very hard to say. But I'll always go 1 year at a time and just see what's the smartest decision I can make.
I think that's very wise. I think, yeah, I think you gotta take it as you go, and it kind of matches your StarCraft 2 play style of just like constantly scouting and making the right decision. For me, I never scout, so I'm just kind of wandering through the ether. But with all that said, congratulations once again. Like, that was just a stunning performance. I can't believe that you didn't like practice 12 hours a day with how well you were playing. Like, it looked so good. Before I let you go, any shout outs you've got or anything you want to say?
Well, just the usual shout out to Basilisk. And I guess shout out to all the fans as well. I'll be probably back. I've been thinking about when to continue my streaming thingies, and I think it's reasonable to think that at least when the patch comes out, it's probably the right time.
Yeah, people are going to be excited to see your take on it and see your play on it. And I mean, honestly, your streams are just a treat. They're you just enjoy them when they happen. But yeah, thank you very much, Yuna, and I really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you in Atlanta, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you, and see you there.
It sounds good.
Bye.